What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I have some interesting information to share with you guys today about this Doge refund check and the fact that we're looking at the numbers on the live tracker and it's showing it was at 55 billion and now it's gone down. And so I want to talk a little bit about this. There have been some articles out there that talk about this very thing, that the numbers are not adding up when it comes to what's shown on the live tracker. And when they start looking at some of the deductions, they're adding it all up, and it's not coming to $55 billion. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. And if you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. So let's take a look at this NPR article here. And it's talking about the fact that it says Doge releases data about federal contract savings. It doesn't add up. And so what some of the media outlets are seeing here is that Doge is showing certain numbers on their live tracker, and then those numbers don't correspond with some of the information that's out there. So it's not adding up to the $55 billion. And I found this part of the article really interesting. So it says the Doge.gov savings page then lists a wall of receipts. Doge's first major data release that initially claimed to show more than $16 billion in savings from ending contracts. After correcting an apparent clerical error, it now shows $8.5 billion. And so initially it was showing $16 billion, and now they had to correct that, and now it's showing $8.5 billion. However, they're still showing that total at $55 billion. And so what I did is I looked at two places. So the first place that I looked at, I looked on the Doge.gov savings, and it still shows, but what they've put now is estimated savings are about 55 billion. So now this is an estimate. So it's no longer they've saved 55 billion. Now it's, it could be at or around that level. And then when you go to their live tracker now shows 51.74 billion, whereas just a couple of days ago it was showing 55 billion. And so it's going in the wrong direction, and it's good that they're making these corrections. However, when it comes down to it, are they going to be able to hit that threshold they're looking for, $2 trillion? And the question that I already had when we started seeing some of the cuts in the savings, are we looking at a situation where they've already been able to pretty much gather the low-hanging fruit? So in essence, have they already made the major savings? And now we're looking at it's going to be really hard to find more savings. Are we at that point now? And we're only at, let's say, $51 billion right now. So they have a long way to go. So what else are they going to be cutting? How are they going to be able to manage to cut $2 trillion by July of 2026? And so I just thought it was interesting. I wanted to bring this to your attention. And this matters because if they're talking about having this Doge dividend checks go out to millions of people, everybody's going to be watching how much money are they really able to save, and is it worth it? Because if you start cutting into some of these entitlement programs, that's going to hurt a lot of people on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. And so it'll be a trade-off. And some of those people, unfortunately, will not qualify for, let's say they're going to provide $5,000 dividend checks for households, for 79 million households. Well, these are taxpayers. So you could be in a situation where, let's say you're receiving Social Security benefits and you see some changes in Social Security. I'll say some changes because I don't think they're going to be able to go after the actual benefits that are going out to the American people when it comes to Social Security. I don't think they'll be able to go that route, but what they can do is they can dismantle the Social Security Administration by not funding the Social Security Administration. So make it harder. So if you have questions, or if, let's say, you have a disability claim that you're trying to get through, it might take a long time for you to get the results on that. Or if you call on the phone, you might be waiting on the phone for a long period of time. We already know right now people are waiting hours to talk to someone. And it's gotten so bad now they have the automation where they will call you back, and even when they're calling you back, it's several hours later. And then we already know they are looking into disability claims. Do you really need to be getting disability? Is there fraud? Is there waste, abuse, all of that? They're looking into that. SSI is something else. I haven't heard anything about SSI. Now, SSI, I understand that funding is coming from the general fund, but they could make it harder to get SSI benefits. And so that could be something as well. So SSI, SSDI, these are two programs that I think, when it comes to Social Security, two programs that I think that they'll be looking at. And let me make this clear. SSI is not Social Security, but it's administered by the Social Security Administration. And so they could change the qualifications when it comes to that. They could change the qualifications when it comes to SSDI. And so I just want to prepare you for that. But overall, just looking at this tracker and just seeing the fact that now it's coming down, it's actually going in the wrong direction, is it's not promising. So we hope to see some large numbers when it comes to savings in the near future if we want to hit that $2 trillion. And so I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I will keep up-to-date information about this tracker, so anytime it changes, I will come back. I'll do a video, so make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell notification. But I want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. So now we are looking at a situation where we could see some type of stimulus for taxpayers, households, okay? How do you feel about that? And then also, how do you feel about the fact that this will benefit taxpayers, but what about people who aren't paying taxes? What about, let's say, someone receiving Social Security benefits and they don't currently pay taxes because they're not earning enough. They're at or below the poverty line. And so now they're not going to receive a benefit, but taxpayers will receive a benefit. And if you guys remember back when stimulus checks were going out to taxpayers, but it were also going out to people who don't pay taxes. People receiving Social Security benefits, they actually had to update their information just so they were able to send them out checks because they don't pay taxes on a regular basis. And so how do you guys feel about that? Do you think this money should just go to taxpayers, or do you think it should actually go to people who are receiving Social Security benefits? Because ultimately, what you need to think about is these people were working, they were earning the credit, so they were paying taxes at some point in time. But now that they're receiving Social Security benefits, they're no longer paying taxes. And even to go a step further, right now, Trump is talking about eliminating taxes on people receiving Social Security benefits. And so if he's able to eliminate taxes on people receiving Social Security benefits, then by next year, because we're looking realistically July of next year is when we'll probably start hearing more about dividend checks if they're going to be able to send those out to the American people. Some people receiving Social Security benefits at that time, they might not be paying taxes on their Social Security benefits. And so does that mean that they're not going to qualify? Who knows? So I want to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.